Okay,
that
last
legislature.
item on the agenda. Legal Services, consider and take possible action to engage Thompson and Horton LLP to advise the district on legal matters related to stuff. Let me back up 2 hours ago. So this is related because I don't know if I made myself clear. The reason why I'm not making a statement at the City Council is because we have not been briefed again as a board. I want to wait. If I'm going to make a statement as board president, we're going to do it on our home turf and after we've been briefed by our attorneys. So Jack has spoken with Attorney Thompson, and he's available to brief us on the night of our board meeting. I think we're going to call a special called board meeting before our official board meeting to receive a briefing and to answer your questions.
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now,
Okay.
yes.
On the night of our board meeting?
Yes.
Did you say?
Before the board.
Before.
Call
So let's
special.
say at 5:30. Okay. Any questions about this item?
So it's up to $250,000. That's what we're going to be at.
Yes, not to exceed.
So he's going to be briefing us before we've actually hired him.
A little technicality there, but we can work that out.
We actually have that firm on contract, so it's
All right.
They represent us in the school finance cases, do they?
school finance and in some other areas.
Just a point of clarification, and I know I had to leave to go to a meeting. Did the board make the decision to hire an attorney prior to any further discussion? Because the only meeting we've had was the informational meeting from our attorneys. We've not had a discussion since then, or have you? Did the board make the decision to do that?
Not yet.
This is about.
This is.
But he is a
But
a district, that you can explain better than I can. Yeah.
We have, as you all know, we do RFQs for legal services. We have a number of legal firms that we have not on retainer, but agreements with, and we only pay them when they work for us. This would be an extra agreement in addition to what he's already been doing for us. And we just, it was my advice to Mr. Cowan that if he was going to be retained, that it be a separate contract for this, that the board approves.
And I fully understand that. I just wanted clarification as to if that was a discussion between you, shouldn't it have come to the board in order to appear on the agenda so the board decides we want to do this and we, pardon me?
That's why it's on.
I mean, before it's coming on that the board would decide this is what we want to do, because we really haven't had our discussion about a full discussion about home rule ourselves, and the board itself making the decision. Just wanted clarification as to whether or not the board had done that, so that it would appear on the agenda. Mrs. Thompson's a very fine lawyer, but the board did not discuss, as I understand, that we need to hire or we should hire a lawyer. Let's put it on the agenda.
Is that what we're doing right now?
No, it's on the agenda prior to our discussion of this is the direction we want to go.
But at this point, isn't this where we're going to decide if we want to go forward with this or not?
We'll decide whether or not we're going to hire him or not. We did not decide to hire a lawyer at this point. Thank you very much.
Any other questions about this item? Okay.
Well, sorry, Jack, but I think this is premature. We may not need to hire a lawyer to advise us on this, and if we do, we can do it at that time. So, at this point in time, I don't see that we need another lawyer because we're not asking our counsel for home rule advice at this point. If we do, we can put it on the agenda. So I don't have any problem with you leaving it here, but I would recommend that unless the situation changes, that you pull it before the meeting.
Lawyer?
The board, Elise?
Yes, well, he knows that there's a lawyer.
if at some point we need an extra lawyer to help us understand the home rule process, I mean, procedurally, do we, as a board, just host a special board meeting and then address the situation then? Or do we, I mean, as long as we have 72 hours notice or however many hours notice is?
Yes, sir.
So, okay, that's my question, thank you.
But I see that we need to discuss, I think we need to have vote on it to have it. You may not use them, but he's already there just in case when you call the 72-hour meeting, you don't have to put it on the agenda, vote on it, and then call the 72-hour. It's already, it's there. It's kind of like insurance. It's there if you need it. So I see him as insurance, not...
So, Trustee Jones? Do you
Yeah, I mean, this is a highly specialized area of law, and, school finance is at the heart of it because of the nature of the fact we are a taxing jurisdiction. This does cut into a lot of questions about the governance and related voter representation and any number of other embedded issues. So to the extent that you want expertise of a certain form, and to the extent this conversation is out there, you don't have to use it, but at least you're prepared, and you start to do the type of things you're going to need to do, because if that petition shows up, there are a lot of things that have to be done that we've got to be prepared to do and to set proper procedures, and related counsel is necessary for us to know what to do. This has never been done at all. I mean, 20 years it's been on the books, never been done. So you do want experts in state law, and specifically as it relates to the home rule chapter, and specifically people who've been dealing with the school finance related area, to be the ones that we rely upon for advice, counsel, and guidance.
Trustee Bingham?
What I'm hearing is that probably what we need to do is go ahead and vote to approve this, but maybe hold off on having the briefing until such a time as the X number of signatures have been verified. So that way we can, because there's only a 30-day window if it happens, so that way we don't have to vote on it.
We can do it either way, but we confirm that he is available to brief the board on the 24th. Let me just reiterate what's been already said. I think it's important that we're proactive in this case. I do think if we approve this item, if we don't use them, then we don't pay them. Billable hours, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. But I think...
All the hours you've missed this afternoon?
Yeah, let's not
If I'm
go
not
into
getting
that.
paid, everybody's getting paid.
Yeah, but we would
I think it's important that we're proactive and that we prepare ourselves for what could be something that hits us fast and furious.
But we would be using him, from what you're saying, if we had him do a briefing to us 2 weeks from now. So what we're saying, what I'm hearing is that, yes, let's approve it,
And then-
but let's hold off on when he briefs us until such a time as we need that briefing.
We can do that too. Okay. Anything else?
Ready to go home?
It is 10:50 and we're adjourned.